Alright, it's Sunday, and boy, do we have some things to talk about. Earlier this week, I published a video on how you could craft rare armor pieces and salvage them for globs of Ectoplasm for at least 12 silver of profit each. This didn't impact the prices of Ectos at all, but the demand for some of the ingredients skyrocketed. The initial rush is dying down though, so maybe we'll see a return to normalcy quite soon. One of our Discord members made a spreadsheet with the current cheapest crafting options, so feel free to drop by and grab your own copy. As mentioned, Ectos weathered the storm and even increased in price since I made the video. This is mostly due to the supply overtaking the demand for the first time in more than 7 years. Maybe longer, but I can't scroll that far back on GW2 BLTC. Pieces of unidentified gear were largely unaffected by all of this. Greens got slightly more expensive, but nothing crazy. And charms and symbols remained within their usual ranges as well. You might want to hold off on salvaging your runes and sigils though. I've been working on a video about when it's worth doing so, because the answer isn't as straightforward as many of us might have thought. Speaking about runes and sigils, there are tons of opportunities if you own an endless upgrade extractor or you have some spare Blackline salvage kits lying around, which you can buy for Astral Acclaim by the way. They're not as great value as some of the top picks in the vault, but definitely beat the infinite bags of gold. On top of all of this, we got a new expansion teaser, which hinted at us getting land spears. This caused the value of underwater legendary precursors to skyrocket. My advice, don't give in to the FOMO. Worst case, you can always do a couple of achievements for one, or you buy them when the prices finally settle back down. With all of this going on, the initial hype of convergence CMs died down. Unstable Kryptis Motivations are still comfortably sitting at 10 gold though. And crafted motivations are a pretty decent way to get rid of your excess essence, although the common one is better bought on a trading post for now. Another way to get rid of your essences is the new vendor that was introduced during the latest update. You can now exchange these for various map currencies, even previous expansion ones. Not that much has changed when it comes to upgrading tier 5 materials. The usual suspects still yield the biggest returns, putting the value of spirit shards above 1 gold. And if you've run out of these, you might want to upgrade tier 2 bones or fangs. Tuesday will be yet another busy day. We'll get more information on the new expansion, so maybe there's even more hype about that one legendary nobody can pronounce on their first try. And Dragon Bash is also gonna make its yearly return. The price of Jorbreakers is now almost back at last year's peak, and Zhaitaffy has doubled in price since the lowest point. With this festival, we should also see the reintroduction of the Zhaitaffy Gobbler in the gemstore. Consuming 25 pieces grants the same buff as consuming 5 snowflakes with the Winter's Day one. If you have an excess of gems, it might be worth picking this one up and stack whatever buff is the cheapest throughout the year. The Zhaitaffy one will most likely be the more expensive one for the month to come, but might cost you less at other times during the year. Lastly, let's take a look at something new. The supply of cultivated mint leaves and peppercorn has been going down over the past quarter, leading to a rather significant spike in their prices. If you haven't done the Ascendant Cooking achievement yet, this might be a great time to get started. It'll take you some time, but you'll get a garden plot for free. The price of the varietal seeds has remained stable, as those are rather easy to farm and not time gated. That's it, another week, another Sunday, and tonight another live stream on Twitch and YouTube.